Good evening, Cal Bergeron here from Huntingdon High School with tonight's playoff game between the St. Joseph Catholic Wolves and our Juniata Valley Lady Hornets. Playoff round 2. As long as we get by this one, the big one will be coming up on Wednesday night from Mount Aloysius College against, barring an upset on that end, Bishop Carroll High School. They've been pointing all season to the rematch with us because they felt that we got lucky last year. I don't think so, but we'll find out on Wednesday as long as both teams take care of business here tonight. We'll be getting our lineups introduced here in just a minute. We'll post high above the court here at Huntingdon on the back row was position for me to be able to put my back against. I think I'm never going to be able to stand up here, Brookie. Brooke always helps me stand up, but I don't think that could be a possibility here tonight. The table is right up against my ample belly. Well, we're going to find out here in a second because I'm not going to try this before I have to. But, the Lady Hornets are on the floor, getting ready to have their lineup introduced. They picked the team up at Tay Lighty's house tonight instead of at the school, so everybody was down there getting ready for the game, which is nice to see that camaraderie. I'm not sure who these officials are, or I would give them to you right now. Brooke Booney with me tonight on the electronic end of this. Took a while for them to get everything set up, but apparently everything is good right now. There's the Hornets walking in the gym. Let's take T.J. Anderson, getting a nice round of applause from the faithful that are here already. Okay, here we go.
Good evening. We extend a warm welcome to you and thank you for attending this evening's District 6 playoff basketball game between the St. Joseph's Catholic Academy and Juniata Valley. PIAA District 6 is committed to the sportsmanship goals of Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association and strongly promotes the sportsmanship ideals for participants, cheerleaders, officials, and spectators. Actions meant to demean opposing players, teams, spectators, and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic sports and will not be tolerated. Signs, noisemakers, banners, noisemakers, shakers, etc. are prohibited. Any fans going out on the floor or throwing objects on the floor will be ejected from the building. Enjoy your evening and thanks for choosing to be part of one of the greatest forms of entertainment, high school athletics. Would you now please stand, gentlemen, remove your hat for the playing of our national anthem.
Made it to our feet, had the national anthem. Now it's time to introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. Juniata Valley Lady Hornets taking on the St. Joseph Catholic Wolves. Number 1, Claire Marsh. I think they said a freshman. Number 3, and also a freshman, Kathleen Smander. Bryn Harshbein, number 13. Number 15, sophomore Maggie Manjing. Selena Mann, number 32, 6'2" and a wide body. She's going to be a problem on paper for the Lady Hornets. Now, if I get any names wrong for the St. Joseph Catholic team, they were written in the book in pencil and not very well. So a lot of these names were being guessed. The starting lineup, something we haven't seen all year. They've introduced Haley Smith, number 31, because she's a freshman. She's first. Next, the glove, Hayden Taylor, number 12. Number 33, Maddie Mattis. Number 14, Kay Lighty. And number 10, Sid Reed. Coached by Rochelle Hofstecker and Joel Pheasant. Comes in with a record of 20 wins and 3 losses. I know that the team is looking ahead to Wednesday night. Let's hope that doesn't come into play in this game once it gets started. Get out here, take care of business, do what you're supposed to do, and get this game in good hands. And I don't know, this might be a night where you might not want to play your varsity as much as I ask them to all the time, because Wednesday is, you know, obviously only 2 days away. And you want to make sure everybody's fresh and ready for that game, but we are coming off of another extended break. And after Wednesday, win or lose, we're in the inter-districts, but the next playoff game isn't for 10 days, which, you know, I think that's kind of stupid. Ball's in the air, ball is controlled by St. Joseph. Smander brings the ball up the floor, 2-3 zone. I noticed the big girl, man, likes to stay out front. We had a steal by Hayden Taylor, but she missed the shot on a layup. Ball is rebounded by Haley Smith and thrown back to Hayden Taylor, and she puts it up for 2 points. 3-pointer by the big girl, draws air. Batted around and controlled by Maddie Mattis to Haley Smith. Out to Tay Lighty. Being guarded by Marsh. Haley Smith might have had that ball tipped by Mann. Almost another steal by the glove. Not used to seeing Lady Hornets coming out in the zone like this. Here comes Mann out high again. I would think the fact that this team has at least 3 freshmen is going to be a problem for them, because you just aren't going to play a team like this with 3 freshmen. There's a steal by Smith. Sid Reed gets her layup blocked on the way down the floor. Nice hustle by Kathleen Smander, getting down the floor rapidly and blocking that shot when it looked like it was going to be an easy layup. Nice play. Early substitute, number 24, Weiss. Replaces Marsh. Sid Reed for triple, write it down. Sydney Reed, 3 big ones, right-hand corner. Three-point in the corner by the Wolves. Long, rebounded by Haley Smith. Long court pass to Hayden Taylor. Back out to Tay Lighty for a triple. Yeah, write that one down. Timeout. St. Joseph Catholic Wolves as the score is already 8-0. We've hit 2 threes and a layup by Hayden Taylor, and the Lady Hornets are off to a nice start here early in the game. And as happens so many times when we play people, they have an early timeout because they get behind the 8 ball really fast, and that's what's happening again here tonight. This game being brought to you on the YouTube network on the Lady Hornets. Lady Hornet Network on YouTube. I want to thank all of our sponsors. We don't have the names, or I would give them to you now. I know we have one person that is contributing a great deal, but they are being kept quiet. I'm not going to give out their name. They're anonymous. So we'll just call them Mr. Anonymous. You know who you are. And thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it hasn't stopped the Lady Hornets from getting steals in this zone defense, which is nice to see. Every time the man gets the basketball, they collapse 2 or 3 people around her, and she has nowhere to go. And quite frankly, we have a lot more speed than this man does. Another tie-up. Another job by Haley Smith. Pulls it out of man's hands, and it's going to be a jump ball. Arrow goes in favor of the Lady Hornets. Sid Reed will inbound the ball to Tay Lighty. 2 people high for the Lady Hornets. Tay drives down the middle through the 2 people on front setting screens. Makes the layup in. She's got fouled. Already 10-0 and a chance to make a 3-point play. Well, it's nice to see the girls come out and jump on this team quick. Let them know that they're going to have a rough time. Foul shot also up and good. It's 11-0. 6 points for Tay Lighty. Lady Hornets have switched to a man-to-man defense, changing it up. Man from 17 short. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Well, actually, they tried to save it, and they threw it right into the hands of Taylor Lighty. Out to Haley Smith, to Maddie Mattis at the top of the key. Lobs it inside to Smith. Layup good. Might have stepped in bounds, trying to hurry the ball in bounds, and that's a no-no. And with a 13-0 lead and only 3:54 played so far. Wow. Bryn Harshbein back into the basketball game. Lady Hornets are in total control as of right now. Sid Reed for 3, long rebound. Tay Lighty, who else? Back to Taylor for a triple. That's long. Ball knocked out front, taken again by Taylor. She drives down the middle, tried to throw a bounce pass to Maddie Mattis, but didn't get there, but the ball was kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be Lady Hornet basketball again. Sydney Reed will inbound the basketball, being guarded by number 23, Scott. Hayden Taylor starts a drive, gets it into the left-hand corner to Lighty. She drives, shot up, partially blocked, but also a partial block of Taylor's hand, so she will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. I think the St. Joseph Catholic Wolves have only gotten 2 shots so far. One of them do nothing but the floor. Lighty shot good. Very good foul shooting team all the way around. There's really nobody you can pick out and say, oh, I think she might be the one we want to foul. They can all stick it. Lighty foul shot good, no jinx. 15-0, and we still to reach the halfway point of the first quarter. I like to take this and put it right into Wednesday night's game and come out 15-0 there, but might not happen. Another turnover. Ball was thrown to Harshbein and went right through her hands and out of bounds to one of the girls sitting on the bench over there. Here comes Whitey. Being guarded by Harshbine. Haley Smith looking for help. Gets it out to Sid Reed into Maddie. Mattis shot up. No good. Rebounded by Mann. He tried to go through the faster outside people of the Lady Hornets. That's not going to happen. There's another steal by the glove. Hayden Taylor shooting it for a layup. Missed it, but she was fouled on the play. Yeah, you're not going to dribble two of the Lady Hornets. It doesn't matter which two they are. I didn't think tonight would be a mercy rule game, but it's starting to look like it probably will be. Hayden Taylor's foul shot is up and good. That's 3 for Hayden. She'll get another. Shot missed. Rebounded by Maddie Mattis. They call for a travel. And the ball will go back to St. Joe's. Man being guarded by Smith. Another travel by the freshman. Eventually, I think this might be a pretty decent team, but they're just not ready yet. They're too young. They've just gone under the first half of the first quarter. The score is 16-0. Hayden Taylor into Mattis, brings out. She gets her own rebound, turns around, throws it to Scott. Foul call on Hayden Taylor. Perimeter passing by St. Joe's. We're going to call 2 shots. I don't know. But regardless, that will send Kathleen Smander to the foul line for a pair. See if they can get on the scoreboard here with 3:34 to go in the first. First foul shot is up and good. So the shutout is broken at 3:34 and the score is now 16-1. Second shot on its way. Rounds around the rim and goes in. And it's 16-2. Lighter will be picked up by Marsh. Slightly errant pass that time, went out of bounds. 30-second timeout, again by St. Joseph. I'm not sure the reasoning for that timeout, but that's 2 already. In less, just over half of a quarter. The score right now already is 16-2. Our next game will come Wednesday night from Mount Aloysius College. And barring any kind of historic upset up the mountain, we'll be playing Bishop Carroll for the District 6 championship. Am I already calling this one over? Yeah, I am doing that. This one is over. It'll be fun. I've been looking forward to that game. Had that penciled in all season. Man in the corner. Puts the ball on the floor. Throws a left-handed hook shot up. Oh my goodness, that was not a good looking shot. But she threw it right out of bounds, and the turnover comes back to the Lady Hornets. Tay Lighty to Hayden Smith. Drives in. Good. Smoother drive by Haley than my mouth was that time. Apologize for that. Netter steal for the glove. What's the defense? Can kick it out for a three-pointer for Reed. No good, but rebounded by Taylor Lighty. Tried to get past Man. Man swatted it away. Tay's tough inside, but 5'5" against 6'2". There's Man from three-point range, no good. I watched her warming up, and she seemed to hit quite a few shots from long range. So I was interested to see what happened once the light goes on. Apparently she's having a rough time. Most people do against the Lady Hornets. Three-pointer away, nothing but air. 15-footer up and good by Scott. First field goal for 2:14. Score is now 18-4. There goes Lighty. Kicks it over to Mattis. 12-footer misses. Rebounded by Marsh. They're going to give the ball to St. Joseph, but it should have been Lady Hornet ball. It went off the man's back and out of bounds. Another foul called on Taylor. I think that's Hayden's second. And I would bring Lexi Reed into the ball game to take the glove spot. Wasn't much contact there either. Sometimes you do get in a situation where you are putting the other team away, and I really think that sometimes there are fouls called that are just not there because you're routing a team. They just called a foul on Haley Smith here, and there was not any well, there was very little to no contact there. And Haley's out of the game. That's her second. Her sister Olivia's in the game now. So two starters on the bench. They'll come back out, I'm sure, at the end of this quarter. They usually do. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lighty. Drives, shot no good, rebounded by Mattis. Kicks it out front to Olivia Smith. To Sid Reed, top of the key. Sid drives. Gets the ball knocked out of bounds. I think we're trying to do too much, trying to penetrate against three people. When usually we drive and kick, which is what I think we need to do right now. Ball's outside to Sid Reed. Buck 17. Mattis, left-handed hook shot short. Rebounded by little Lexi Reed. Olivia Smith drives, bounce pass to Kay Lighty, kicked out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Hornet basketball on their own baseline. Harshbein in for Smander. Like I said, if I get these names wrong, I did the best I could reading what was in their book, and it was not exactly well written. Turnover again. Things getting a little sloppy now for the Lady Hornets. Wow. Now they're calling elementary style basketball. Got a foul on Sid Reed. Okay. Well, you don't want to get into a basketball game that's against a real strong contender if they're going to call this kind of stuff. Man tried to drive the baseline around Maddie Maddox, but Maddie forced her to step on the baseline, and it's going to be a turnover. Basketball will come back to the Lady Hornets, leading 18-4, 54.6 seconds to go here in the first period. The man's out of the game. She'll get an extended rest, a minute break between quarters, and almost a minute here. Taylor Lighty. There was an obvious foul, and it took the official a couple extra dribbles before he ever called it, which got the Bronx cheer from the Lady Hornet faithful. And that will send Olivia Smith to the cherry stripe for a pair. Oscar's first shot, no good. Olivia's got a habit of looking to her dad when she misses a shot. We'll have to fix that. Second shot is no good. Maddie Mattis sort of looked like she tripped trying to get into the lane. She got in there way early, but they didn't call that. I'll tell you what, this has not been the better game I've seen with the stripes so far. And yet, it's an 18-4 lead. You can't say a whole lot. Yet I do. Well, it was 15-0. Less than 4 minutes gone in the first quarter, and since then, the Lady Hornets have not played very good basketball. They've only scored 3 points in the last 4 minutes. I attribute some of that to the foul situation, and like right now, the only starter we have on the floor is Lighty. No, Sid Reed, I'm sorry, we have 2 out of 5. We need to be in games where we need to have all 5 in there at the same time. 3-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by the little one. Taylor Lighty shoots it, but the result after the buzzer, it wouldn't have counted anyhow. And a score after 1 period of play here at Huntingdon High School. The Lady Hornets 18, the Lady Wolves just 4. So far, an easy first quarter, but like I said, the last 4 minutes was pretty sloppy. We had somebody coming through the stands, not really paying attention, knock their camera around. Oh boy. They do make you wonder, it do. I would expect the Lady Hornets will come back out with their first 5. That's usually their coach Popsicle likes to do things. Butch Reed standing up waving and blocking the entire floor. Butch, sit down. There we go. Okay, we got our first 5 on the floor like I thought we would. It'll be Lady Wolves basketball. Ball tipped out of bounds by Taylor Lighty. It'll be retained by the Wolves. Scott with the basketball, back in the 2-3 zone for the Lady Hornets. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Sydney Reed. Spin, gets it out to Haley Smith, she drives. Called Haley for a travel. Yeah, I'm not really pleased the way we played for the last 5 minutes after getting out to the 15 or 16-0 lead. Starting to play sloppy, real sloppy. You can get away with it tonight. You're not going to get away with that against Carroll, that's for sure. Shot no good, rebounded by Lighty again. In the quarter, Hayden Taylor, nice catch by Hayden. She turns around and throws it out of bounds. I don't know what I'm seeing here, but I'm not real thrilled with it. St. Joseph could put the ball in the hole, this would be a little more interesting ball game, score-wise anyway. Left-hand corner to Weiss. Back out to Scott. Back to Weiss. Shot spins out and it comes out, and another rebound for Taylor Lighty. It is amazing. Drives into it, heavy traffic, misses it. Rebounded by Maddie Mattis. She puts it up and in. That's our first score here in the second quarter. Another phantom foul. Man's foul shot is good. Hayden Taylor got a third foul called on. That's about as little contact as you can possibly get. Coach Hopsicker trying to tell the official, this isn't second and third grade biddy league. This is a high school game. Second foul shot up and good. Lexi Reed for a three, no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Haley Smith. Gets it to Maddie Mattis, out to Sid Reed for her triple. It's long. Another rebound for Lighty. She's fouled, no call. Wow. Three-pointer for Man, up and good. Chalksticker's going to call timeout. No, she's not. She is or she isn't? She is. Full timeout by Coach Hopsicker. 5:45 in the game is now 20-9. Try not to get on the officials as much as I can, but this is pretty obvious. So far, I consider this one-sided. I've never seen these three gentlemen before, so I can't give you any names. Probably better that I can't. There's a lot of touch fouls. In fact, I think all but maybe one of the fouls against the Lady Hornets were like little touch fouls that you wouldn't see called in any other game so far this season. We're calling them here tonight. Nobody wants to see the guys with the whistles that came to watch the players on the floor. And let's let them decide it. 20-9. It was 15-0 with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. In the last 9 minutes, he scored but 5 points. Haley Smith with the ball to Maddie Mattis, top of the key. Right side, Sid Reed. Stops, gets it over to Lighty. He drives over to Lexi Reed, back to Haley Smith. Lighty's shot misses and Man gets the rebound. In from three again, no good.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you people that are watching at home are seeing the same game I am, and you can see this is ridiculous. You could hear the moan coming from the Juniata Valley crowd. They call a foul on Lexi Reed, which Lexi stands at 4'11", and man at 6'2". And they don't stop now. It'll be a whole evening of Grant, so I'm going to try to quit complaining. But believe me, I have every reason to. First foul shot by man was missed. Second one was good. She gets another. It was a 3-point field goal attempt. Third shot is missed. Rebounded by Mattis. Coach Hofzucker implored one of his fans from the dog pound to come out, and I don't know if it's called the dog pound down here. I'm not sure what it's called, but she came out and jumped up and down. And the foul shot was missed, and now we have another turnover. 20-10 in a game where I think we're probably 30 points better. And so far, it's not looking like that on the scoreboard. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Sid Reed to Haley Smith. Layup good. And then with the second basket of the second quarter. One by Smith and one by Mattis. Air ball inside, rebounded by Tay Lady. Gets it off to Lexi Reed, to Sid Reed. She drives, layup, no good. Rebounded by Haley Smith, up and she is whacked to the floor. People are a little clueless. They're just running back and forth here in front of the camera. We'll send Haley Smith to the foul line for a pair. Shot is up and good. Haley's second shot, bend to the knees. Shot is up and rolls around and comes off, rebounded by man. Loose ball on the floor. Maddie Mattis could not get it. And it fell into Kathleen Smander's hand. She just put it right up. 23-12 is our score. Inside Sid Reed from Haley Smith, and that's good. Good ball movement that time by the Lady Hornets. Another rebound for Taylor Light. Brooke, at halftime, would you do me a favor and check at halftime how many rebounds Taylor has? She's got a bundle of them. There's a foul called on number 3, Kathleen Smander, who came out to try to block Haley's shot but bounced off of her. She did commit the foul. She's the one that took the worst of it, though. Haley's much more of a physical presence. So, athletic trainer for St. Joseph Wolves come over and try to take a look at her player and see if she's going to be okay. Number 3, Kathleen Smander, one of the freshmen on this team. Ball's going to be out of bounds. Will be inbounded by Taylor Lighty. Want to stretch out 4 across the floor, get it to Haley Smith. Makes a move, goes in, misses the layup. Rebounded by Weiss. Missing a lot of easy shots. Steal by Lighty to Haley Smith, to Sid Reed. Back to Haley Smith. Good! 27-12. Another steal by Maddie Mattis to Tay Lighty. Sydney Reed, top of the key. Into Haley Smith. One dribble up and they're calling Haley for another travel. And Coach Hopsicker, probably not the happiest I've seen her this year. .246 to go, 27-12, first half of action here at Huntingdon High School. Scott with the ball, being guarded by Lexi Reed. And a steal, Maddie Mattis knocks it over to Taylor Lighty. Lexi Reed to Sid Reed. She goes down the middle and the ball's knocked out from behind. Foul caught, I believe it's on, I'm not sure who it's on. They have it on 23 Scott. She's going to come out, and Smander comes back in, so she wasn't hurt too badly. It's going to be a bonus situation for Sydney Reed. First shot is up and missed. Claire Marsh turns around and puts up a 12-footer. Cuts the lead to 13 to 27-14. Now we've now scored 14-2. I'm sorry, 14-12 since the first period. Nice pass from Sydney Reed into Haley Smith. Great pass to the cutting Smith for an easy layup. Stolen by Olivia Smith. Takes it back to her sister. Haley behind the back to Maddie Mattis. Over to Sid Reed, back to Olivia. Quick shot attempt by Maddie Mattis is no good, but there's going to be a foul in the play. I believe that's on man. Send Mattis to the foul line for a pair. It's only the first one on man. I thought it was two. Shot is up and good. 30-14, a 16-point lead. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by man. Lady Hornets are really not at the top of their game. Another steal by Taylor Lighty. Out to Haley Smith to Olivia Smith. Good. Good steal by Haley. Better pass to her sister Olivia for the easy two. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by the Wolves. Ball on the floor taken by Olivia Smith, gets it to Haley. I'm sorry, to Maddie Mattis, and that's to Tay Lighty. 50 seconds to go. Here comes Sid, kicks it out to Haley Smith. I'm really not sure where these travels are coming from. All Haley did was get the ball and take off. The ball was out of her hands before the first foot came down. Coach Hopsicker again out on the floor. I think she might not mind getting the technical right now to try to tell these guys they're not doing a good job. Foul called on man. .32 seconds to go in the first quarter, 32-14. Lighty with the ball to Sid Reed. Maddie Mattis in the left three-point line in the corner. Inside the Tay Lighty, gets it out to Jeffries in the game. Whitey's shot no good. Rebounded by Maddie's shot no good. Ball is partially blocked and ball bounced around. Boom. Quigley at the buzzer. 35-14. And a not very attractive game. So we're going to be taking about an 8-9 minute break, and we'll be back for the second half of tonight's game in just about that much time. Cal Burgonia and Brooke Booney back here at Huntingdon High School for tonight's playoff game between the Juniata Valley Lady Hornets and the St. Joseph Catholic Wolves here on the YouTube network. Hornet TV is the place to find us every game. We're back on the air again Wednesday night from Mount Aloysius High School, which I expect will be against Bishop Carroll's Lady Huskies in the District 6 championship game. I'm going to go over the scoring in the first half from the game here tonight. For St. Joseph, Marsh with 2, Smander with 4, Mann with 6 all in the third quarter, and 2 points for Scott. For the Lady Hornets, 8 for Sid Reed, 3 for Hayden Taylor, 8 for Tay Lighty, 11 for Haley Smith, and 2 for Olivia Smith. And we checked at halftime, and Taylor Lighty already has 9 rebounds. I mean, that's just insane considering her size against the size of the big people inside for the Wolves, but that's just the kind of player Lighty is. And I'm going to try to keep track in the second half of any more rebounds she gets. There aren't too many 5'4" people in the playoffs right now getting this kind of rebound. She just has a nose for the ball. It'll be Lady Hornet basketball with their first team back on the floor. Buzzer sounds and Sid Reed will get it inbound to Taylor Lighty at midcourt. Unless they run one of their trick plays. No, they just get it into Taylor. Perimeter passing. Hayden Taylor gets in loose, gets inside, misses the layup. Well run play, just didn't get it to go down. And the Wolves bring the ball up the floor. Man from the top of the key, short, rebounded by Haley Smith, falls on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. It'll be the Wolves basketball because the Lady Hornets had the ball to start the second half. Short shot by Scott is no good. Ball goes out of bounds and it's going to come into the hands of the Lady Hornets. Got a sub already. Mallison into the game for Scott. Another one of those odd substitutions. Lighty with the ball. Haley Smith. Shot no good. Rebound is on the floor. And Weiss touched the ball with her foot on the baseline, so it'll be Lady Hornet ball again on their own baseline. We'll see what kind of play Coach Hopsicker calls here. There it is, into Maddie Mattis for a layup. Would they've got that play down to a science. A lot of screens set. By the time they're done, somebody's open. Man with the ball. Tries to drive. Short shot, up and good. Nice shot that time by Selena Mann. Gives her 8. She's going to be a decent player. Haley Smith looking for help. Gets it over to Hayden Taylor. Back to Haley Smith for the layup and good. Nice pass from the glove into Haley Smith for the layup. Cross-court pass to Mann, coming away short. Ball was grabbed by Smander before it went out of bounds because it had hit nothing. Foul called on the play, on the drive. That's another one on Hayden Taylor. I think they got the wrong number. Cross shot is no good. Here comes Hayden out again. She's not happy. She probably shouldn't be. She got 4, maybe 1 was legit. Maybe. I'll be anxious to watch this back again when I get home tonight. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it on Wednesday night. Don't look for it. Second foul shot is missed. They're going to say the ball got off of Haley Smith. Man trying to manhandle her. 3-pointer from the corner, up and good. And number 23, Scott. (39-19). Haley Smith gets free, goes down the middle for an easy layup. Nice head and ball fake by Haley. The defense bought it, and she just waltzed right around him and got him to the right side for an easy layup. Fouls on Weiss. Grabbed the uniform of Taylor Lighty when she went past. Olivia Smith is into the basketball game for Hayden Taylor. Travel called on a simple bounce pass. Scott with the ball, left side. Looking for help, tries getting in the corner, tipped away, but she gets it back. Smander with the ball. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Lady Hornets. I think that might have been not off of Olivia Smith. Three-pointer by Smander hits a little bit of rim and not enough to stop it from going out of bounds. Tay Lighty with the ball. 41-19 is our score here with 4:17 to go in period number 3 from Huntingdon High School. Maddie Mattis to Haley Smith. There she goes again. Haley Smith says, "Catch me if you can," and they cannot. Another air ball from about a foot. Haley Smith to a running Sid Reed, who misses the shot. Took a bad angle to the basket that time. Instead of getting wide, she went down through the middle and cut off her path to the backboard a little bit. Short, another air ball from 3 by Mann, rebounded by Hayden Taylor again. Haley Smith drops into Maddie Mattis with nobody there. Maddie misses. She was so open, she hurried the shot and missed it. I've never seen this many wide open shots that were missed so far by the Lady Hornets. Man, short from 7, rebounded by Smith. Haley Smith brings it up, looking for somebody to throw it to. Taylor Lighty cut to the basket, but she couldn't get it. She passed it out to Olivia Smith and went to the corner to Maddie Mattis for two. Apologize for the mush now. Timeout at 2:47 to go in the third period by the Wolves. Our score is 45-19. The game is well in control, but I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say we played like a 9 for the first 5 minutes, and we played like a 3 since then. But they were able to get a big enough lead after the first 5 that it's going to be impossible to be caught. Number 3, Kathleen Smander, who had run into Haley Smith earlier, got an injury to her stomach. Sitting on the end of the bench, and now she's going to go to the locker room. Not doing so hot. Haley Smith's like running into a brick wall. There goes the student section of the Lady Hornets, sitting underneath the basket. Ball inbounds to Scott. 2-3 zone. Travel called. On the Lady Wolves. Ball comes back to the Lady Hornets. Leading by 26 at 45-19. Taylor Lighty. Put inside to Maddie Mattis. Took shot up to a perfect pass to Mattis. Caught it in stride. Took one to the left and put up a little soft hook off the backboard for two. Well run play. You have another steal by the Lady Hornets. Here comes Lighty running up the floor. Shot up and no good. She gets her own rebound. That shot's up and no good. And the Wolves come out of there with the second rebound. Long three-pointer short, rebounded by Lexi Reed. Her outlet pass is knocked away and stolen by the Wolves. Scott with the ball into the corner. Long three-pointer by Marsh is off the rim, rebounded by Emily Jeffries in the basketball game. Olivia Smith gets it inside of Jeffries, up and good. Emily snuck in there on me. Just want to make sure I knew she was there. She gets that and goes up for two. Lady Hornets going to put Sid Reed and Haley Smith back in for Mattis and Tay Lighty. Jeffries will go to the foul line for a chance to complete the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. Her first shot is up and banks it in. I don't think she called that, but I'm sure she'll take it. 1:20 to go in the third period. I think what will happen here is the Lady Hornets will rest some of their kids going into the fourth quarter, and then they'll all be back in to start. Haley Smith with the basketball. Pick being set by Sid Reed. She goes around it. Back out to Sydney. She drives in for a layup. She misses it, but she's going to be fouled. Chance to go to the charity stripe where Sid has had one attempt and missed out tonight. The boys' game will follow this game tonight. It's scheduled for 7:30. I don't know why they do that because they never start at 7:30. But Sydney's shot is up and good. She's got 9. So quite a nice crowd here already. The Lady Hornets will stick around, root on their counterparts. as they always do. Second shot is good. Double figures for Sid Reed. 52-19, under a minute to go. Ball's tipped out of bounds off of Haley Smith. Inbound to Smander. Scott from 3, no good. Rebound up. Lexi Reed with the diminutive one. Haley Smith will run the play. Gets to the middle, goes up and banks it in from right in front of the basket. Haley has 19. She'll be getting her 1,000. I'm not sure how they'll do that. Of course, it's still District 6. So probably will be the girls at 6 and the boys at 7:30 or 7:45 or 8 o'clock. Lady Hornets with her first string back in there. See how long poor Hayden Taylor can stay in the game without fouling out. Maddie Mattis, bounce pass kicked out of bounds by man. Inbounded to Mattis. Back out to Sid Reed. Inside to Mattis, shot up and no good. Rebounded by man. Ball knocked out of bounds by Taylor Lady. She makes that 5'5" size of her look like 6'5". I don't know how she does it. I know she knows how she does it. A nice turnaround jump shot from about 12 feet. She's got double figures. She got 10 of the 21. Hayden Taylor drives, layup, good. Hayden, who hasn't scored since the first quarter because she's been on the bench the whole time in foul trouble, gets a layup to go, and it's 56-21. Hayden would go for the foul shot here, get her 3 points. The shot is up and it is good. 6 points now for Hayden. Another rebound for Taylor Light. She's got 13. Nice length of the court pass to Maddie Match with a left-handed hook shot up and good. 11 points for Mattis. Steal by Taylor Lighty. Nice play by Sid Reed with a pass backwards to Hayden Taylor for 3 points. That was as pretty as you want to see, and all the fans of the Lady Hornets standing up and giving a nice round of applause to the girls as they run off the floor. It's another timeout taken by the Lady Wolves here with about 7 minutes to go in the game. Our lead is 61-21. That just hit the 40, so we are now mercy ruled from here on out. I would expect the Lady Hornets will probably get some subs in here now. Don't want to take any chances, especially where this game has been played. Well, there's a table set up in front of me. There's supposed to be 2 more stations coming in here to do presumably the next game, but nobody's here yet. I'm not sure how you can get here this late and set up. I don't know who the people are doing the game. It's not Virginia out of Valley, I know that. (61-21). Running clock. Get inbounds to Scott. Back at the man. Her shot is another air ball. Wow. That's a lot of air balls for the big girl. I said watching her warm up, she seemed to make everything. That's certainly not been the case in point once the game started. She does have 10 points, but she's only got 1 3. And I think the rest of her three-point attempts really didn't even hit the rims. Rough night from this man. And she can make plans for the next round of the playoffs, wherever that will be. Haley Smith for a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Scott. Shot up and good. And we're going to have a foul here. And it's on 31. That's Haley Smith. That's her third.
All 31. He went like this, looked like 1 3.
Long court pass down to Hayden Taylor. She drops it back in bounds and taken out of there by the Wolves. They get it inside. Shots up, no good. Ball's on the floor and taken out of there by Kathleen Smander. Travels with the ball, no call. Ball taken by the glove. Shot no good by Sid Reed. I really well, I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was. Maddie Madison getting there right and hook shot on a nice pass from Tay Lighty. Tay with 14 rebounds. Foul's going to be on Haley Smith again. That's now listed as her fourth. The team's third. Clock continues to run. Under 4 minutes. Two-pointer no good. Rebounded by Maddie Mattis. Ball taken out of Maddie's hands. Shot up no good. Another shot taken out of there by Smander. Long three-pointer air ball again. Layup air ball. Another layup air ball. Of course, I'm counting just hitting the backboard as an air ball because no rim, no shot. Here comes the shot shoot. Lexi Reed, Olivia Smith, Pat Hofsticker, London Jeffries, and Emma Musser into the game. Shot another air ball. I think they got more air balls than they have points. Really rough night shooting for the Lady Wolves. Lexi Reed gets the ball to Musser. Cross court to Olivia Smith. Back to Lexi. Bounce pass inside to Musser. Yeah! Nice pass from Lexi Reed to Emma Musser. To make the score 65-23. And the fifth and final timeout taken by the Lady Wolves. I'm trying to get a couple substitutes in. Kind of tough to get them in with only 2 minutes and 12 seconds unless you take a timeout because the clock is running the whole time. So it looks like we're on to Wednesday night and our next round of the playoffs against Bishop Carroll. Tallying up the scores here, so I'll have them ready when the game is over. Well, there comes the student section with the Dick Tracy call of I believe that we can win. Yeah, I would think so. You could have said that 2 minutes into the game. Ball's on the floor, retained by Thornburg. Another air ball. Wow, I wish I'd have kept track of that. Olivia Smith up from the left side with the right hand. That's 4 points for Olivia, and the score is now 67-23. We're down to 1 minute and 27 seconds. If Joel Pheasant comes over this way, we'll try to get him on after the game to talk about this one and talk about the next playoff game on Wednesday night, which will emanate from Mount Aloysius College for the championship. Oh, Musser loses the ball, falls down, gets it back to Jeffries, who misses the shot. The ball's going to go out of bounds and will be Lady Wolves basketball as the clock continues to run. We're under 50 seconds. 67-23 our score. Another steal for Olivia Smith. Up and good. 6 points for Oscar Smith. 23 seconds, 69-23. They call it a foul, but that's going to not really matter because the clock's going to expire before they can inbound this ball. The official making sure it's going to expire hasn't handed them the ball yet. Now, for some reason, they stopped the clock. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. And they get it in. We got a long three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Olivia Smith. Let's see who shot at the buzzer will not go. And that's going to make our final score. The Lady Hornets 69. The Lady Wolves 23. We'll tally up the final scores and hope that Joel comes over this way. Joel doesn't appear to be looking. Now I got his attention, so he'll be over. I'll give our final scores while Joel makes his way up here. For St. Joseph Catholic Wolves, Marsh with 2, Smander with 4, 10 for Mann, 7 for Scott. For the Lady Hornets, 10 points for Seed, 8 points for Hayden Taylor, 8 points for Taylor Lighty to go along with 14 rebounds, 19 points for Haley Smith, 13 for Maddie Mattis, 6 for Olivia Smith, 3 for Emily Jeffries, and 2 for Emma Musser. Coach, I'm in a quandary how to voice my opinion of this game. First 4.5 minutes, we looked unbeatable. Then for the rest of the first half, we looked not good. And then we came out a strong third quarter and played okay in the fourth quarter. But the thing that I'm taking away from this game, and it shouldn't be in a 69-23 game, I thought there were some very questionable fouls called in the first half especially. And it seemed like Hayden Taylor was the brunt of that. I don't know, it just seemed like little third-grade touch fouls.
Yeah, we recognize that that's going to be our weakness. If we get into foul trouble, that's where we can be kind of vulnerable, is if we get into foul trouble. So we just got to be careful on that. I thought that for the most part we did a good job at adjusting to what the fouls were being called. I think the last 2 that Hayden picked up were pretty questionable. The last one, I mean, we all thought the call was on Maddie, and we're not sure what happened.
It should have been.
Yeah. So, you know, he had a different view, so apparently that's what he saw. But we got to learn from that. And one of the things I've always said is that our girls are good at pushing the limits. They play really aggressive defense, and when the refs start calling it, we need to make the adjustments. And like I said, I thought we did that, but we were still getting the calls. So apparently we didn't adjust enough. I also think it got to a point there where we had a significant lead on them, and I think maybe they might have been calling things a little bit tighter on us than they were on them because of that.
That's
which
one of the things
will
I
happen.
mentioned.
So.
That does usually happen. You get a big lead, it's a little, all right, we're going to help you out here a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't even know that it's a conscious thing. I think it's just, they might recognize that, okay, we need to get better, our team needs to get better at that for what's coming up down the road, so they're going to start calling us a little bit tougher on that. So.
Well, I watched their big girl man warm up, and she seemed to be making just about everything. And once she got in the game and she had a lot of defense around her, that whole fell apart. She ended up with 10 points, but out of her 10, she only had 1 3 out of probably 12 attempts. I think the 11 hit the floor, Joel. There were more air balls in that game, I think, than they had points.
Yeah, well, and I think everybody's a different shooter when they're standing out there with no one covering them than they are with a hand in their face. I mean, and we work on that with our girls. It's one of the big things we do at practice. We kick the ball out to them and have someone sprint out and get a hand at their face so that they have to get used to shooting with that pressure coming at them. And it didn't seem like she was ready for that pressure coming out on her. I think she's, being a center, a lot of times the defense won't come out with her, so she'll be for those 3-pointers, which we made a point of making sure that we came out with her when we were in our man. Haley was covering her so that she could come out, and then if she wanted to drive, which is actually what we wanted her to do, if she wanted to drive, Haley could move with her. We could get the help coming. She definitely had trouble when she started driving because we were bringing 2-3 people to stop her. We knew where she was going. We met her there, and she seemed like she wasn't ready for that. So,
Joel, tell me if I'm wrong here, but as far as I can remember, at 6'2", she did not post up even one time.
Yeah, there were. I'm trying to think that she was outside a lot. You're absolutely right. She didn't post up nearly as much as she did in the scout tape that we watched on her from her other games. So we were expecting her to be more of an inside player, but I think a lot of that comes to the pressure we were putting on them outside. I think she felt obligated to come out and help them a little bit more outside. They're missing one of their stronger guards, which I think hurt them in that category too. Made her try to step up and do a little bit more than she normally would, I think.
All right, it's on to the District 6 championship game in Mount Aloysius on Wednesday night. I would assume it's 6 o'clock.
I would assume so. Also, I haven't officially heard the time, but I assume we'll be at 6, and the guys' game will be right after us. Hopefully, our guys will be in that game. So
I hope so. But tell me what you think about playing Bishop Carroll. I mean, unless there was a monumental upset tonight, I'm thinking no. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. Now, I understand they've been saying that they based their whole season on a rematch with, Juniata Valley Lady Hornets because they thought that they shouldn't have never lost last year. But if you're basing your whole season on one game, I think you're filling your basket up with the wrong kind of fruit.
Yeah, they definitely, they made the comments that they're out for revenge this year, and I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, we beat them last year in the Western Region Championship game. That's one they felt like they should have won, and they feel like we stole it from them. So they feel like they're out for revenge. I would say we're out to prove to them that it wasn't a mistake, that that's where we belong. Obviously they're a great team, and it's one of those games that whoever shows up, whoever has the best game, is going to win that night. Neither of us is going to go in there and going to be able to take it easy. We're both going to have to play our best game to beat each other. And if one of us has a bad game, it's going to be difficult to win with the bad game. So both teams have pretty much everybody back. So it's going to be a real tough matchup.
I don't think we can get away with having a dead period like the second period against a team like Bishop Carroll.
Yeah, we went through a little stage there, and I mean, honestly, we were doing the same stuff for the most part there when we hit that dead spot that we were doing right at the start of the game. The ball just wasn't going in initially. I mean, at that dead spot. That first, when we jumped out with those 16 points, we were hitting pretty much everything. So we were taking quick shots. And then when the ball stopped going in for us, we were still taking those quick shots, which translated to them getting the ball back quickly. So we need to be able to recognize, and that's what we talked to them about at halftime, is recognizing when the ball's not going in the hoop for us, it's okay. Take a couple passes, wait for that cutter to be open. And I think we saw a lot of that right at the end of the second period. Sid hit Haley a couple times on those cuts through there, and that got us back to scoring again. I mean, when when it comes down to it, we still outscored them 17-10 in that period. We put up, in the second period, we put up almost as many points as we did in the first period. It's hard because we're such a high-powered offense that everybody expects us to score 20 points a period. And when we don't do that, it feels like something's wrong. But we have to recognize that we're going to have those dry spots, and we have to pick up our defense, make sure that we're keeping them from scoring when we're hitting those dry spots, and we'll be okay.
Well, it's a win. We're 21-3. We've got a big game coming up Wednesday night, and
Only one day to prepare for that one.
that's right, only one day. But I'll tell you what, I think that's a good thing, because then we're going to have 10 days off for some crazy reason before we play our next game.
Yeah, that's a long break. You know, we can actually start talking about that break now, because with our win tonight, we guaranteed that we'll move on to state. So we don't know where we'll be or anything like that, obviously, at this point. But we've punched our ticket to move on to that next level now. So we can look at the fact that we're going to have that really long break there. We know that the girls will get some time to rest up. We've already kind of got a little bit of plan of giving them some break, just so, you know, the last big stretch we had, it was a lot of just us beating up on each other. Break from that this time in between. Don't want to overdo it too much.
Okay, thanks a lot, Joel, and good luck on Wednesday night, and we'll talk to you after the championship game.
All right, hopefully it's after a win.
Maybe we'll talk to you before the championship game.
Okay,
All right.
We'll see.
Joel Pheasant, the assistant coach of the Lady Hornets, comes up with me in our route tonight of the Lady Wolves from St. Joseph Catholic. Our final score tonight is 69-23 for Brooke Boney. This is Cal Bergonia. Good night.